All right, everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Just Noise podcast. It's another awesome Monday here for us. Logan, dude, how you doing tonight, man?
Doing pretty good, man. It's a pretty good day. It's
Yeah,
hot as
fuck yeah,
hell
dude.
here, though.
Yeah, I know. I've got all the windows shut up, and we got the fan going in the background. It's fucking brutal here. So, anyway, if you know me, you know these usual suspects we got here tonight. These guys have been longtime friends of mine. You've seen me on stage. You've probably seen them both. Please welcome Will McHenry and Mark Richardson. Guys, what's going on tonight?
Good.
How much?
What
Feeling
up?
good?
Fucking just got my camera to work. Figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
First
you
time
long
doing
enough.
this, so it'll be fun.
Knowing is half the battle. Well, yeah. So if you guys have seen our podcast or any returning viewers, you know we like to start off at the beginning with any of our guests that we've got and have them run through their musical history. So if whoever wants to start, let us know where it started for you, what you wanted to do music-wise, and first bands, etc.
Go for it, Mark.
Me first? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Do it.
So
Right now, do it.
my name is Mark Richardson. I played music. I wanted to start playing music when I was like in elementary school. Me and my friend Tanner, we used to talk about it all the time, how we're gonna get into bands and we're gonna end up like rock stars, traveling the world, doing crazy stuff. And yeah, it was super cool to finally be in high school and kind of get involved with the scene, because we had just kind of like fell into some bands, some other local musicians like Colton and Shadow. I was in a band with them called Constellations, and I first had my first experience in the recording studio with them. We recorded a single, and it
You
was
guys
called
recorded with Griffin, right?
Postmortem Prognosis. It was a fun experience. We recorded that with Griffin Londa, or yeah, Londa, and that was super fun. And then ended up meeting Will, and I think that was like, so I was like 18 at the time of Constellation, and I think I met Will when I was 19 or 20. I can't remember exactly.
Sounds about
but
right.
We played
Yeah.
that show with Constellation when we were doing the Creation
Yeah.
Complex at
Yeah, that was at the
Des Moines
Come and
Social
Go
Club,
Theater.
and that's when we first met you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I first met you guys. You guys were with Mark and the Creation Complex, and it sucks that I didn't stay. to see, I don't think I stayed. I saw you guys. I was either late or I didn't stay, which was really stupid of me, because I should have fucking saw you guys when I got the chance. But mistakes, that's something I
Life
regretted.
lessons.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I got plenty of those. But yeah, and then Will came to a practice, a Constellation practice, and also super regrettable. Fucking,
An
we were
interesting
all
day.
fucking off the whole time, and kind of. But I mean, we played like a couple of our songs, I think, and Will ended up liking my vocals. So uh, later on, I tried out for the Emblem faction, which didn't have a name at that time, but yeah. And then, years and years of fucking playing shows and jamming with you guys. It's been fucking awesome. Meeting a bunch of people in the scene, fucking played so many shows, especially the summer of 2019. I think was like, we were playing at Vaudeville Muse like at least twice a month, if not like, uh, if not like 3 times a month. Like, we were playing there all the time. But yeah, then you know, we would put out a bunch of music, fucking had a bunch of fun, and here we are. Here I am, you know,
The beast that you are today.
hanging
Beast.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Good
Got a
boy.
family now. That just recently happened. So, My son just turned 1 year old.
Congrats,
month
dude.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
What
yeah,
were some of
been
like your
focusing on that. Wait,
what
what?
what were some of your like early like vocal like inspirations that like what kind of like drew you to like wanting to do vocals, you know, like you said you wanted to always be in a band, but I guess what was kind of what drew you to doing vocals and like inspired you to do that, I guess.
Anthony Green.
So yeah, I really like Anthony Green from Circus Survive. He was a big influence, but before that, it was like um, I didn't really have like too many vocal styles that I was trying to copy or anything. I really wanted to make my own original sound. But when it comes to like people that inspired me, Die Hard is Murder. I know it's kind of controversial now. Controversial now. Uh, um, CJ, their vocalist, he was really inspiring. Oceano, Adam, also controversial, but at the time, they were like, kind of my main um, influences doing metal music. Yeah, older bands and stuff that I've been inspired by. I mean, obviously, just like Iron Maiden, Metallica, all those like classic metal bands, they all inspired me. And I always loved metal. I at first it was like kind of like I was like into like emo stuff, like Under Oath and shit like that. But it progressed into heavier shit, and then now, you know, like those were like my main the Contortionists, like all those bands were kind of like inspiration for me,
Oh yeah,
especially writing style and everything too. Like, got a lot of inspiration from them.
that's really cool. I like the Under Oath throw out They're Only Chasing Safety is one of my favorite albums still to this day. That's kind of one
Hell
that
yeah,
got me
man.
into heavy music, so hell
So
yeah.
my funny story about that, my brother, he got the CD stuck in his CD player in his car. So every morning on our way to school, when he would drive me to
Just
school,
jam that.
uh, dude, it straight up just like screaming like right
Hmm.
away every morning, and
Hell
it
yeah.
honestly it got super fucking annoying after a while. Uh, but yeah, it was still fun, and my brother was a huge influence too. He used to play in bands, and he played bass for a couple of bands while he was still in high school, and I looked up to him a lot because he kind of at first, you know, like I was actually in a band with Colton and not Shadow, but I was in with his brother Jaden, R.I.P. his brother. Um, we were in a band with them where he was the vocalist, I was the bassist, Tanner was the drummer, and Colton was the guitar player. And uh, I think Eric was the bassist. So we were all in a band previously before before they wanted me to do vocals for Constellations, and I played bass. I did not know how to fucking play bass at all.
Who does?
I was so bad. Dude, I didn't know how to do anything, but they kind of like showed me. Shadow showed me some stuff when he would hang out with us at their place in Colfax, and uh, but it never stuck. Like I was still just terrible at bass. Yeah, those are my inspirations, everything like that. Kind of my music history.
Hell yeah.
Well,
That's dope.
I've always admired your ability to write different styles, especially like we're more of a progressive style band. We like to write about like specific topics, you know, like end of the world, shit like that. But like whether we're talking about aliens or you're talking about social media or real life, I always felt like you did a really good job of painting the picture for anybody that's listening to what we've got to say. So, or what you've got to say, because we just fucking go
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop. So anyway,
Yeah, I mean, if you read the lyrics, I mean, I try to kind of do a story, but also it's like it's difficult sometimes to stay consistent and write stuff. Like there's so many artists that I just don't even understand how the fuck they do it, because you can get into writer's block so easy, just trying to produce like only like nine or six songs. Like it can be hard. It can be difficult to keep up, especially with you guys.
Well, I was gonna say, especially if you got your back against the wall and we've got like a whole album we're throwing at you. You're like, now it's just your turn.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
luck.
we appreciate the hell out of you, bro.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
I appreciate you guys. I love you guys.
Well, so Will, you want to start a little bit here, my friend? I know you've got quite a vast history. Whatever you want to explore with us.
Yeah. So
The
I've
origins,
been
Pat McHenry. Sorry.
yeah. I've been a part of music since I was, like 6 or 7 years old. I come from not a heavily dominant music family, but both my parents were in band in high school, all the way from elementary to high school. My dad played the clarinet and saxophone. My mom played piano and flute, and she's an incredible singer. She actually, got offered to go on tour and create an album right around the time where I was being born. My mom's just an incredible musician. And so I grew up with, not the heaviest of music. I think the heaviest music I was exposed to was like Led Zeppelin. But yeah, Boston maybe, Kansas maybe a little bit. My dad loved Kansas, my mom too. And so that was probably the heaviest music that my parents introduced me to. But stuff like Clapton and Santana really vibed with me. And then, of course, at an early age with friends, I was exposed to stuff like Black Sabbath and Ozzy. And I want to bring that up specifically because, unfortunately, as we probably all know today, Ozzy passed. R.I.P. to Ozzy. He's a huge inspiration for me. Black Sabbath was just an incredible inspiration for me growing up. I heard, Sabbath, his solo stuff, and then I heard stuff like Metallica and Megadeth, and that really inspired my first foray into metal. That and stuff like Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin, I heard right before they got big with their whole Halo 2 thing. They were on the Halo 2 soundtrack, and just the amount of media that revolved around Halo 2, you were seeing everybody involved with that. Breaking Benjamin, to me at the time, had that really cool angle of kind of aggressive music, but mixed with melody. And I realized that I really liked that side of heavy music, quote unquote. I wouldn't say Breaking Benjamin's heavy,
Sorry
but
to
they
interrupt
do
you, but if you ever,
incorporate.
sorry to interrupt you, but if you ever see
Yeah.
them live, they're like way
Yeah.
heavier live than they are on their
Absolutely.
albums. It blew my
Both
mind.
of those guys, both of these guys
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I've seen
They're-
Breaking Benjamin like 7 or 8 times.
I've seen them a couple
they're-
of times. They put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, I
Breaking
just saw
Benjamin.
him last year
Oh,
with
Breaking Benjamin
Catch
was
Your
my
Breath
first official concert at Valley Air Ballroom right before they blew up, and there's probably 800 people there, which was good for them at the time. Anyways,
Sorry.
so no, you're good. So going on through that, I found bands like Parkway Drive and Between the Buried and Me is a
Dream
huge
Theater.
influence for me. Yeah, Dream
Sorry,
Theater.
I'm sorry. I know you.
Oh, you're 100% right. Dream Theater, Between the Buried and Me, The Human Abstract was a gigantic influence for me. Protest the Hero, Kazaya to this day is in my at least top 15, if not top 10 albums ever. So that's when I really started digging into the more progressive side of things. So say that's around 2007, 2008, right as I'm getting out of high school, and bands like Veil of Maya and After the Burial are first coming up. I think
That time, yeah.
Forging Your Future Self was 2006 or 7, I think.
2006 for the first one. I think 2008 for the second one.
Yeah, so those were 100% in my wheelhouse, and I just wanted to, do as much as that as possible. I've been in a few bands here and there. My first band was a band called Soul Redemption. It's kind of seethery, and like, I don't know, kind of that butt rock stuff. But
Nothing but.
yeah. And then I was in a band called Red Ascension briefly. I actually did vocals and stuff on that. Kind of, August Burns Red ripoff kind of thing. And then I was Stupid for a while. And then after that, met Brandon, met Wade. We started jamming a little bit. And the remnant, or the very start of what would become the Creation Complex kind of happened. Wade and I started jamming, started asking around for people. Brandon, I knew he played guitar, but he was our vocalist at the time, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's right.
That's correct.
And then Patrick Owen and I were, writing the first, I guess, probably 2 songs of what would become the Creation Complex. And then after I got done being a dumbass, got out and just kind of reconnected with everybody that I was jamming with. And very slowly, kind of unfortunately, the Creation Complex dissolved. And Wade and Brandon were like, well, we still want to write music. And I wanted to write music. So we figured, let's get some fucking 8 strings and get low with it, get real low with it. So that's pretty much how the Emblem fact happened. It's like no more than a couple friends trying to jam,
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I
Here
was
we
thinking
are.
about it the other day. First time I ever met Wade, I was working at Dolls on the South Side when I was a young kid. Well, I don't mean to sound like young kid, but I mean I was younger. And the guy who was one of our low-level managers at the time, he was a cool dude. He was just like, hey, the finals are on tonight. You guys got any plans? And it was like, well, no. Whatever. So he's like, you want to come over and drink some beers and play some beer pong? I was like, sure. And he invited me and one of my friends over. He's like, I have a couple people that are going to come over, like nobody, whatever. He's just like, oh, sure. So I went over there and we were playing beer pong, and Wade and Bob showed up. And that's the first time I ever met Wade. And he was showing me some demos on his phone, and I showed him some stuff from when I was in like They Will Repent and stuff like that. And he was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, we started jamming, but I didn't want to play guitar anymore at that point, or play bass or whatever.
Sure.
And so that's why, yeah, you and Patrick were working on ideas, and I was doing vocals, and yeah, the rest is history. Like you said, it's just kind of crazy. And then after all that dissolved, we were kind of jamming on some ideas, and I got my first 8-string from a local friend of mine for like $200. And me and Wade started writing Stampede, and you showed up with your 6-string, and you're like, damn it, now I gotta buy an 8-string. And
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to do this, but I
And then you
kind of
never
want to
looked
do
back.
this. Yeah, never
still
look
got
back.
it to this day, dude. Both of us, like mine's sitting back there, yours is sitting right there. Yeah, like
Yep. Yeah.
crazy.
Well, and what's weird is like I've known Wade for a long time. I've known him for probably 20 years. The first time we ever jammed together, Brandon, you'll find this funny, was him and Patrick Halferty. This was maybe a year or 2 before A Mass to the Grave started. And Patrick had already started writing that stuff. And I came in as a vocalist, ironically. And yeah, we jammed and nothing ever happened. But yeah, it's just weird how those little things always connect back, It's like the people you meet, you never really forget, and they always, somehow pop back into your life when the time is right,
And it's super cool because then you're just like, you're in there in the crowd. You're like, fuck yeah, go man, go. Like it's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So
Well,
that's kind of my musical background.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of story.
One thing I forgot is my brother took me to a Curse of Hail show, and dude, that right there, those guys, they fucking, because I think I was like a freshman in high school, and they were playing shows at the House of Bricks, and it was such a fun experience that I was like, I gotta do this. I can't. I gotta do this. So, however I was gonna be in a band, I knew I wanted to be in a band.
They make it look so fucking fun, dude. Like they always have.
Yeah,
They've
they
always
do.
had just like they've been the bros, the dudes. Like yeah.
One of my old bands played with them at it was the first Sound the Slaughter Fest that never really took off, but it
There
was
a second one
it
the
was
next
my
year.
band. Yeah. And then nothing after that, which is whatever, it happens. Not the best place for it either. Right by North High
John, bring it
School.
back, bro. Let's go. We know you're listening.
Yeah, let's do it. But yeah, Curse of Hail was playing. Reaping Asmodea headlined, which is crazy. It's like I've been around Reaping Asmodea for a long time now. It's kind of weird to think, they're so sick. They're a great band.
Yeah. Shout out Alex and fucking oh my god, Danny.
Yeah.
Daniel. Oh my god. Woo! Names are hard sometimes, guys.
Saved yourself. I know.
Well, so Logan, I mean, I know that you're kind of spearheading this one because I'm part of this journey here. What's your next go-to here for us?
I mean, you're part of this journey, so like, what's your background here? We've never really gotten yours on one of these, so we might as well do that.
I mean,
good a time as any.
We don't
Brandon.
need to explore anything full in depth.
True.
But, I mean, like I said,
You know
We need to explore. We need to explore.
I've been a local metal guitar player for almost 16 years now. My first metal band of all time was Engage's Nightmare. We later changed our name to An Empire Falls, and we played way too many fucking shows. I love those dudes still to this day, and we are in a band together now for Insincerity, but we played way too many fucking shows. It was any show that we got offered, and we were like, yeah, let's play 3 shows a week. It's so much fucking fun. Paying for tickets and shit. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun, and love those dudes to death. After that, I transitioned into playing bass for They Will Repent, so if anybody has seen any of our past episodes, we did talk with Justin and Brad. They're currently in Common Hollow, and they're fucking killing it. But back then, Justin was a aspiring deathcore vocalist. He's still a great fucking melodic hardcore vocalist, and Brad was playing drums, and now he plays guitar and drums, and fucking kills it and everything. I'm sure there's so many other things that I'm forgetting right now, but the major ones after that, I went to the Creation Complex with, like I said, started with Will, jammed with Wade, Patrick. We had our original bass player was Bill. He got replaced by Stephen Banks. Our original vocalist was Brandon Sizian. Sorry, I'm going really fast. I'm trying to remember everything.
No,
Mark Leon.
You had a vocalist besides Mark?
Yes, we had an original vocalist.
Really?
We played 2 shows with him. His name is Brandon Sizian. Just another random sprinkling of stuff. He was in a band called, I think it was One Fate. I really want to say it's right. Austin Reeves, he plays in Hardship. That was one of his first bands, and I've known him since high school, and that was the first time I ever heard of him, was that iteration of that band. And this guy did vocals, and then later ended up in the Creation Complex as our original vocalist. Technically minus me. Yeah, from there, Creation Complex to Emblem Faction. I did some stuff with Desecrate for a number of years with my buddy Nick Jordan, and Mark mentioned Tanner. Mark was almost in that band a couple different times. There were a bunch of random iterations.
Really.
Well, you know, like
I
you
mean,
were
I
in
didn't really
practice, and they were like,
even.
"Mark,
I didn't even audition for that band.
you didn't
I
need
mean, it
to."
was floated. It was floated around, but yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't being too serious
Yeah,
about that
there's
one.
more I could go into on that, but just basically, yeah. Jammed with Desecrate for a number of years. Um, yeah, that pretty much takes me to the current journey. I mean, I've played with Exodia for a little while. I'm just chilling these
You.
days. I'm doing stuff with Insincerity. We're getting ready for our debut here in the next couple months. With our EP is going to come out. Ruins Lost got some stuff in the works. Our buddy Wilbo Baggins here. He's mixing and mastering all my stuff, doing it justice. Ethan and Ryan from Spectrum are my boys. They're bringing it to life. More currently that we've talked about at least once, you know, me and Logan, we're buddies. We work on stuff occasionally. We've got a little Twin Peaks cyber grind project that we're working on.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Damn.
We'll get
bro.
that out
Hell
at some
yeah.
point. If anybody wants to write some crazy ass ridiculous drums that they don't ever have to worry about playing, hit us up. We do have a vocalist lined up for that, and yeah, Logan's the mastermind behind that. He's writing a bunch of it. So anyway, I've been rambling for a little while. That's about all I can think of off the top of my head. If anybody gives a shit, they can ask some more.
All right. All right. Well, I have a few questions for you guys. Okay, so my first one was you guys answered how you how you all met. So, where did you guys come up with the name, the Emblem faction? Who kind of coined this? Where'd it come from?
That'd
I've always wondered
be
this.
Brandon. That's
Dude,
pretty
I
much.
don't even know.
I was
I'm
waiting.
pretty sure that's Brandon.
I was waiting to take the blame for this one. There is no inspiration to the name other than just us thinking that it sounded fucking cool. There's no backstory. There's no cool like, oh yeah, we're an elite group working in the shadows or some shit. Like, no, it's just the Emblem faction. It just sounds cool. Anybody who knows us, Tanner, calls us the Pokemon Badge faction or like shit like that. It's just like there's
The Symbol Squad.
yeah, you could keep going. There were so many good
Yeah.
ones, but yeah. The Badge Brigade, that one was good too.
Hell yeah.
Badge Brigade. Yeah, that's good.
That's cool. Okay, so you guys have the 3 full lengths and the EP. So what, I'm sure it'll be different for each of you, maybe, I don't know. But out of your whole discog, what is your favorite song you've ever wrote together?
Oof,
That's actually a tough question.
that's tough.
That is tough.
Wow.
My two that of my pick from I have two that I picked from your guys' whole discog that I really enjoy. I've always enjoyed Han Solo. I personally enjoy the Timescapes version of it more. Like I don't know why. I love that version more. But and then
Mark
Don't
sings
Feed
in
the
that
Animals.
version, doesn't he?
What?
Mark sings in that version, doesn't he? On the EP?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Don't Feed the Animals. That track from the new album just was awesome. The feature was perfect. Like it was great. I really enjoyed
Shout
that
out
one a
Dylan
lot.
Greenhill, dude. Yeah,
Thank
Rapid
you.
Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, that's tough.
So yeah,
I
what's your
think
guys' picks?
for me, if we're going on two, let's go with two
All right.
because one single.
Yeah, one
all
makes
right.
it really hard.
Well, shit, two makes it hard
So-
too. I can think of one, but
It does. For me, I think Endless Waves, just because of how we all wrote that together, and that's not always what we do. A lot of the time, Brandon or I will come up with a riff idea or even a full structure of a song and present it to the band, whereas Endless Waves was pretty much 100% written in one day, one practice session,
a jam,
quote
yeah.
unquote.
Oh.
Yeah, and I just love the way it turned out. I think personally, not to shoot my own horn, but I think it's probably the best solo I've ever written. And so Endless
And
Waves
the
for
wild
sure.
solo.
Yeah, it's a it's a toughie for sure. That and God, I think this is so fucking hard.
It is like for different reasons too. Like
Yeah,
I think
I was looking
I
at
think
all the.
Pulsar.
I like that one a lot too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think Pulsar is my other favorite, just because of how many different places it goes. Yeah,
Nebula was probably one of the coolest ones that we ever jammed, in my opinion. I know that's not like
I
it's
really
kind of like
enjoy
it's
Nebula
more of like
too.
an interlude than it is like an actual full song, but that doesn't diminish it
Yeah.
by any means. But that was a straight up jam, and that was one of those first times where I mean, every time I'm with Logan and we're tracking stuff, I'm like, dude, you're in 5/4 here at this one spot. And I told him just when I saw him the other day, I was like, bro, this is what Colin did to me. He fucking broke the glass. He was like, you realize like you're playing 4/4 and then 5/4 and then you start over again. It's like, no, I didn't. And
That's the tale.
that song is the prime example of where he first said that, and that whole riff is goofy because of that. So that's one of my favorite that we've ever like jammed out. But just another one of my favorites that we've ever had as a whole, whether it was something we did slowly, progressively jam out, is Problems. I think that it was stuck in our set
You
for
stole
so
mine.
long. It was stuck in our set for so long for good reason, and it's got that groove the whole time. So,
Yeah.
sorry, Mark.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed Michael Barr's feature on that. I thought he really did, like, he added like a lot to that song, and especially since I didn't know what to write in that specific part, it really helped out make that song like actually good, and kind of meld it all together and finish it. So yeah, Problems, and then honestly, I really enjoy the Younger Dryas on the new album. I really like that song. And then Re-Civilization. Those two, like I still like listen to those every day because like a lot of the songs we played so much, and like I had listened to our albums so much that it kind of like it's like some of the older bands you would listen to like over and over and over again. Maybe don't listen to it now because it's kind of gotten old a little bit, but that's kind of how I felt with some of the older stuff. So I'm more focused on the newer stuff that we put out, because you know it still feels new to me, and I still really enjoy it. But Problems, if I had to pick an old song, I would say Problems, or if honestly, Free From Contact is super fun to play. I really like doing the vocals on that song a lot. So yeah.
I do want to say, I know we've said this collectively between the three of us and whoever else is in the band. We fucking hate Interdimensional Plagues. I love the song.
Hate it.
I revisited it the other day again. I was like, yo, this song fucking slaps. But then all of the memories come back, and it's like, nope. I fucking hate this song. I don't ever want to have to deal with this shit ever again. But it sounds great on the album. Well, good job.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what's
Oh, yeah.
kind of a sleeper too? Oversoul. Oversoul is like kind of one of those songs where I feel like it's like underrated. That we kind of put
Fun
out
song.
and it didn't get a lot of attention, but
One
it's
of our
like
faster ones.
yeah, I actually really enjoyed playing
Will's
that
got some
song
good
as
solos
well.
in that one too.
You
Mhm.
have one song that you guys released. I believe it's a single from the newer one. I want to say it's Inverse, but it has like this weird thing in the background that's like it's like whoa 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 in the back. I don't know. I can never remember the name of the song, but every time I hear it, I'm like driving down the road in my car. Like so, I'm driving in the car and I hear that noise and I'm like, fuck, something's wrong with my car. Like what the fuck? Because like I can't listen to music quietly, so like that's just blasting. It's like I hear that and I'm like, oh my god, and then like I realize, oh, it's that fucking song, and like I don't know, it always gets me, but like I
Yeah, it's
always
that
thought that
break
was
in
funny.
inverse. I know exactly what you're talking about. It goes whoop whoop
Yeah.
whoop whoop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
yeah. My whole sound design ideology for that song, it's kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but it's kind of a story about a man passing through an interdimensional portal, and kind of experiencing the ebb and flow of a wormhole. And so that was kind of my concept when writing the song and producing the sounds. And so, yeah, I wanted something that would create a visceral, like, fight or flight response with the layers that I added. Yeah.
There's a
So
ton
I'm
of
glad that it
songs.
does that for you.
Yeah,
because that was my intention.
it makes it back. I like it. Like, I like, when bands add those things. Like, there's a really cool touch.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was something that, like, I've noticed listening to all of your guys' music, that as it's progressed through your sound, like, your sound has always progressed, but I feel like on this newest release, like, you guys really kind of found, like, this is what worked on really well on this album, and this is what really worked on this one, and, like, you kind of were able to put it all together, and, like, I think the sound is, like, really, really cohesive on this one, like, more so than it was before. Like, it was before, but, like, now it's just, I don't know. There's just something more this time, I feel like, that you guys really, like, brought it up. I really enjoy it.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what happened is, we kind of looked back at our older albums, our first 2 releases, and we're like, what works here? And we had what? I don't know, like 14 songs that were up to the chopping block for this album. Something like that. We always have
way too many.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. It's always good to have more than you need. Because if
we bring back stuff from the last album that was on the chopping block too, where we're like, why did we pass this up? That happened on this album a couple times too. So
especially with like Younger Dryas.
Yep. Younger Dryas was written in the same year that Shell Sequence came out. I think I wrote it a couple months before Shell Sequence came out. So it'd been in the wheelhouse of our songs for a long time. And for whatever reason, we just decided it didn't fit for Shell Sequence. And
we still have a handful of 7-string songs that we kind of felt that way about, where it was like, it's still us, but it didn't fit in with the other stuff. So the vault's stocked, baby.
We've still got at least another album's worth of songs that we could revisit for sure. Yeah.
That's cool. It's always nice to have the riffs in the back pocket.
That's right.
Well, that brings us to a brief little pocket where we're talking about ourselves, and just want to mention, anybody out there in the ether, we're still looking for a drummer. You don't have to be able to play everything exactly like it is. We'd be open to writing new material, but if a new challenger wants to present themselves, we're not going to say no. We'd love anybody to show up that can do it, and we're not super active, but we could be. You never know. So
come through.
I mean, it's for me, honestly, right now, it's been kind of nice to just focus on family, and
dude,
honestly, having a kid is a completely new experience, and it's been an eye opener because it's wild. It's a lot of responsibility, so I'm kind of still getting schedule shit figured out, but I want to get it figured out, and I'm ready to come back whenever and start working on stuff. It'd be nice to have a drummer though, so we can, somebody who's actually in it and can, help with the writing process and actually get involved in that way. So,
and if somebody can play bass and double drop D, that's not Gen Bass 2, we wouldn't say no either.
That's right. Yeah.
Mac the best. We just talked about counterparts the other day, man.
We did.
It's another.
We do love our robot bassist. We do love our robot bassist.
They show up on time every time.
That's right. And they learn the songs immediately.
Okay, well, boys, I think we're about gearing up to our time here. Do you got any questions for us before we hit you with any of our final thoughts? Or you hit us with your final thoughts?
Yeah, I've got a question. Why do?
Things.
Why do? Yeah,
raisins. Why? As Patrick Owen would say, raisins.
Oh, what's your thought What's your thought on milk steak?
Sausage.
Buttered sausage.
So,
Where's it
all right.
go? Was it?
What is your guys's what's your podcast spaghetti policy?
can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Yeah. Can I?
No, I do got one for you guys.
No, I don't know.
Because you guys are you guys and whatever. So when you're taking a shit and you're about done, right? Do you roll or fold or wad up your toilet paper? How do you wipe your ass? Or are you one of those guys that just like you ghost poops it, no wiper?
Well, I mean, I'm always checking it. I'm always checking if it's a ghost poop.
Because you got to tell your
But-
friends about that right away, dude. Like, come on, I'm
I'm
waiting
a
for that text
folder.
message.
Or are you a shower pooper and you waffle stomp it down the drain?
Yeah, no, definitely not. I will take a shit and not wipe and shower, but that's completely different.
That's just being an
That's
environmentalist right
completely
there.
different.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
you're saving the trees.
But
Saving the tree.
yeah, I'm a classic folder. I don't wad up. Yeah,
I just use
Get
the whole
4 or
fucking roll
5.
and like I just like wipe the whole side and like assert my dominance.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
it on a stick, and I just.
Yeah.
And you walk into
Yeah,
the other
like
room
a
and look
loofah.
everybody else in the eye the whole time too. Just
Great.
okay.
Amazing.
Sorry, we got a little off. No, we didn't get off topic. That was on topic.
We didn't. That was completely
That was
on
the
topic.
Wait, so Brandon, what's your goal with the podcast?
Just to
What's
have
your
fun,
guys'
man.
Goal?
Just to have
Yeah.
fun, you know. Originally, when we first started talking about it, you know, we want to focus and highlight Iowa artists and all the people we love and support more so. But as we've been growing a little bit, we've gotten the opportunity to talk to some other people that are not just Iowa locals that we do love. So we're just having a good time, man. Like I know that's really all I got to say. Logan, you got anything to add to that, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, that's kind of my goal, is just having fun with it. And I mean, yeah, it's been really cool the different interviews, like, with a lot of people, because like I've never been really active in the scene. You know, really, I grew up north of Ames, so like I've never really been in Des Moines a lot until like I started playing in Drowning Life and stuff. So it's been cool to like put faces to names that I've always heard throughout the years, you know, playing band and stuff. Like, so that's been fun with doing that.
Oh yeah. What's your guys' favorite interview so far?
It's kind of tricky.
Got you
I
with
mean,
a
they've
hard one.
they've all been fun, to be honest. I mean, like, not just like name drop or anything like that. There have been
Yeah.
several that we've been very, very
Oh,
fortunate to have that
deflecting.
we didn't expect. But you know, we got to interview Cheney from Entheos. Like, she's a local legend. You know, anytime that Entheos is around, that
I saw that one.
I can
That
go
was-
see.
that was
You know, we'll
dope.
go see her. So, like I said earlier, you know, we were very fortunate. It was kind of not the greatest episode in terms of the way that I wanted it to go, because I got booted multiple times because of internet connection issues. But we got to interview John Abernathy, you know, one of my favorite guitar players of all time from Conducting from the Grave. But even just like locally,
Nice.
like we got to learn a lot of cool stuff about a lot of people that we didn't know. I mean, Danny Shea is a
Yeah.
very prevalent guy here in the scene over the number of years, and he's been involved in a lot of bands that, you know, that we do listen to on a regular basis that we might not even known that he was like the touring vocalist for, or he was going to be on their album kind of thing. So I'm rambling again, but I enjoy all of our stuff. So
No, you're good. Yeah, a lot of them have been. I agree with you. One of my favorite ones was talking to the guys from Doppelganger. That was really cool.
yeah,
I don't know, those
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Those guys blow my mind, like you guys do with your guitar work. Like, I don't know, I could never play stuff like that. Like, it just blows my mind. But like talking to them and just the different stuff, like, that was really neat. And it was cool to talk
Rigtime
to
guy talking to Brian was really
from-
cool with
yeah,
Rigtime
talk
too.
to Brian
Mhm.
from Rigtime.
Yeah.
That one was really fun because I always see Brian at shows and I never get to talk to him more than like, hey, how's it going? Like, what have you been up to? And then see you later. So it was really cool to sit down and talk to him. That was a lot of fun.
Those guys are fucking killing it. It's
Right.
just incredible seeing how far they've come, you know?
Oh yeah, they're in Europe right now. They're about
With
to
Freya.
finish
Yeah.
up. I think I saw that he just posted.
So cool.
Yeah, they're like, and he's saying they're doing double duty. Like, they're gonna play rig time set every night or Freya every night, and then hop off and re-gig up and go for it. That's nuts.
Yeah, they've
Just
been
watching
crazy.
going
them
since
play-
we did the
watching them
interview
play
with
one
them,
set.
basically.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those guys are true grinders.
Mhm.
True grinders.
Dogs.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about to the end of our
Anything
time here,
else?
folks. Has anybody got any other questions or any other bullshit? We love bullshit.
I hated this experience. It's horrible.
That's good.
Oh, you're a Yelp reviewer? Okay,
Yeah.
wait, no, we'll do
Yeah.
this
We
again.
achieved it.
Yeah, I'm a Yelp reviewer, and I had a bad time, so I need
One
this to
star.
be free.
Good.
Well,
I'm not paying.
well,
I'm not paying
let me
for
tell you
this.
something, sir. You can go fuck yourself.
And
All right, thanks.
this weekend,
Appreciate
for
that.
99 cents, you can see John Cena on Super Slam.
Hell yeah, that's
Well,
great.
You're not going to know where
How
he is
can
the
you
whole time,
see-
though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, how can you see him? He's invisible.
Yeah, I
Right.
was-
You're just gonna
Doesn't
have,
make any
you're just gonna
sense.
have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, I won't see.
You will.
That's the problem.
No,
I'm not going to be able to
That's
see.
the point. You have
I
to
will
wait
not be
and
able
see.
to see. Yeah, see nothing.
all right. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun talking to you. So we're going to sign off now. So, everybody, it's been another exciting episode of the Just Noise podcast. Join us every Monday. Peace out, everybody.